Alright everybody, throwing a leg on my first Scrambler. This was unexpected because I wasn't actually planning on riding the Scrambler today, but it's here and I got time. And when you got time, you get into some trouble. Good trouble. Oh man, this is nice. You guys, I've never ridden a Scrambler before, but why did it take me this long? What I will say is about the Scrambler family in general is that the exhaust running by my leg here, it always concerned me. And just getting on this bike and someone probably already having ridden it, I can feel a little bit of heat there, but like it doesn't feel bad. And I don't know if someone's ridden it. Maybe it was just from sitting in the sun. Oh that sorry, the brakes, I just rode the Speedmaster, and so the brakes on this bike are much more grippy than the Speedmaster, which, you know, that's what you would expect. Just surprised me a little bit. All right, let's go over the controls here before we get into this ride any further. Nice display here, but we're talking about the controls. We got your power button, your keyed ignition here, but then you have your on power switch, ignition, hazards here on the right and on the left. You got your menu toggle, which we're going to put this in kind of the standard place where you have your time and your gear. That's a weird setup. Maybe that's customizable. And then you have your selector here with the check, your turn signals here right below, and then your horn, and then your ride modes here on the bottom. We're going to make sure that we're in rain mode to start, just so we can kind of get a feel for the bike before we get super... Oh, I can't see anything out of this mirror. Before we get super aggressive and super into this ride, I would rather be familiar with the bike before we do that. All right. Right off the bat, I mean, like, I know that we're kind of next to this loud truck, but I can't hear the exhaust. It's a very quiet bike. Same engine as you have on the Scrambler 1200 here. I don't even know if I've introduced the bike. This is a 2025 Scrambler 1200 by Triumph, and same engine here as you would have like on the Speed Twin, on the Speedmaster, the 1200 parallel twin Triumph motor, classic motor. Like, I love the simplicity of it. I love the way that when you look at the bike, you don't see a lot of wiring and hoses. It's just really simple and almost an elegant design. So something that I've always admired about Triumph. The Rocket 3 is kind of like the benchmark for me. Like for cruisers, the Rocket 3 has the largest displacement engine. But we're not riding the Rocket 3, we're riding the Scrambler today. A really nice fit and finish. I love this color here, and this kind of anodized or aluminum or metal stripe down the center. You got this strap here for a tank bag, I'm guessing, which is, you know, it's a classic Scrambler vibe. Here's to make this turn. Oh, that's fun. Even in rain mode here, you can see traction control engaging. I don't know why. Maybe because the road is imperfect. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I like this bike. So yeah, we were talking about fit and finish. You got some badging here. Really cool badging on the tank. And it doesn't look like you got a whole... Oh, you do have adjustability here in the clutch lever and in the brake lever, I believe, too. Front suspension is not adjustable, but you do have, I believe, preload in the rear adjustability. And make sure this guy's all right. Yeah, he's just on his phone. Yeah, adjustable preload in the rear. I'll have all those suspension specs for you on the screen here. We did talk about brakes a little earlier, but I didn't give you any of the rundown on those. So if you're looking at the screen now, you're seeing some specification on the brakes. You got, I believe you have the dual disc in the front, single disc in the rear, and we already talked about the stopping power. I mean, this bike has plenty of stopping power. If you hear a lot of wind noise, it's more so because we're probably riding directly against the wind. But yeah, it's not terrible because I'm riding upright though. I'm like a big sail catching all that wind, but it's not bad. This riding position is again, as I mentioned right when I got on this bike, is really comfortable. You're sitting upright. but you've also got this kind of a lean forward, so you have that more of an aggressive feel, which is great because this seat here has kind of the similar speed twin seat, which is like a bench. And when you got a seat like that, if the material's not grippy, it's going to make you not feel so confident when you get into the acceleration. And speaking of acceleration, let's get out of rain mode here and into road mode as we get along this back road. Oh man, those brakes are so nice. Oh yeah. So I am 5'6". I have about a 30-inch inseam, and my arm span's about 68, 69 inches. And this bike, other than like having to tiptoe at a stop, because the seat height I believe is around 32 inches, I'll have that information for you on the screen as well. I'll stop saying that. The information is going to be there, and you're welcome to read it. But aside from tiptoeing, this bike really feels meant for somebody my size. I feel really comfortable on this bike. There's no like knee pads on the tank here, but it's something that you can feel, you can kind of see the cutouts here at the tank, where you would have something like that, because I think that you're gonna be hugging the tank on a bike like this. But additionally, I believe this is where we turn. Yes? No? I don't remember seeing the sign. We go through one more sign? I don't see it. I want to turn here, even though I might not be supposed to. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. Self-guided ride today, and I love that because you can open up. You don't have to worry about other riders. But yeah, this bike feels like it's meant for me. You might want to add some tank pads there. And again, this is probably another indication where somebody taller would actually have their knees right in these cutouts, and I'm a little bit shorter, so not so much for me. Oh yeah. Oh, that is fun. That is really fun. Oh, welcome to the Scrambler world, that one guy. Yeah, there is no, even if I rest my leg up against that heat shield, again, this is just one of the things. I rode the Sportster S a while back, and it had the exhaust that goes right by your leg, and I didn't have any heat problems with that bike, and I'm having no heat problems here. Again, we're just into this ride. It's a cooler morning. We're probably like in the 60-degree range. Actually, you can put it back here. You do have the gear, I believe, right there on the screen too, but it looks like maybe it disappears. Oh yeah, brake check. And those brakes, man, they will stop you on a dime. I want to say this is the most aggressive brake feel from the other two bikes that I rode with the same the engine on it, the Speed Twin and the Speedmaster. This bike's brakes really stop you, and that's pretty cool. So let's see. We've got our gear here selection, but if we get out of this this menu, yeah, it shows up there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, the only thing I would mention here about riding position that I might change a little bit, and this is just probably because of my height or my size, is that it does feel a little bit like my my hands are doing that. Whereas if it had a little bit more of a bend backwards, I wouldn't feel so. The ergonomics, I should say, could be improved for someone my height, and that's just something, you know, I could get a new set of handlebars to fit me better. All right, guys, I believe this is coming up on the stretch run of this ride, so we're gonna put this in sport mode and hopefully get in front of some of these cars. Yeah, I cannot believe it's taking me this long. Really, it's more of a priority thing because I've never ridden a Scrambler before, so it's never been a bike that's like been on my radar. But because I had time today and because I didn't want to sit and wait for another bike to be ready to ride, I just jumped on the Scrambler, and oh my gosh, woohoo! Yeah, I mean, you really have to get on it for you to be able to hear that exhaust. But when it has a nice kind of growly sound. Yeah, this is a nice welcome to the Scrambler world. I know Ducati makes a Scrambler. I want to say it's probably about in the same like displacement range, but performance-wise, this bike is really nice. I'll have pricing for you. Usually there's on a demo model, there's pricing here on the tank, but I'll have pricing for you up on the screen. And if it's a competitively priced motorcycle, this is something that if you like Scramblers or it's something that you're interested in, yeah, something for you to definitely consider, because all the way around on this motorcycle, fit and finish, comfortability, brake feel, suspension has been feeling really nice. You got, obviously on a Scrambler, I believe you're going to get more of a travel on, as you would like on an adventure bike. So yeah, I've had, the suspension has felt great too. Obviously you don't have any adjustability in the front, but you can adjust in the rear. I believe the piggyback shocks in the rear. And so yeah, if competitively priced, this bike deserves your attention. You heard it here. It's not a new bike. I believe the last refresh on this motorcycle was like last year, maybe even earlier than that, but I'll have that information for you as well. Oh, this has been fun. This ride was too short. I want to ride this bike longer. It's too fun. It's right up my alley as far as like aesthetics. I'm gonna get ahead of this car. Oh, this bike can get, I feel like of all the bikes that, even the sport bikes, because there's a bit of a learning curve on a sport bike that I don't usually ride a sport bike, where I feel like not uncomfortable, but I feel like there's a respect that I give to sport bikes, that I feel so comfortable on the Scrambler that I can see myself getting into trouble, and I don't usually ride to get in trouble or anything even remotely close to that. But man, the power's very easy. The one thing that'll stop you from really gripping it and ripping it is the wind, is you really being able to feel how fast you're going. And that's where sport bikes again get you in trouble, because you're in that tuck behind that screen, and it feels a lot less wind resistance. But here you feel it, and that's a big indicator as how fast you're going. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me on this ride, my first ride on a Scrambler. If you had fun with me, if you enjoyed the ride, make sure you hit that thumbs up down there, which is the like button. If this was fun for you, if you enjoyed yourself, you found out something new, make sure you hit that. I hope yeah, I went all out of order. If you found yourself enjoying yourself on this video, or if you found some information that you didn't maybe know before, hit that thumbs up as well. And of course, if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we do stuff like this all the time. And we just got a new bike. I just bought a BMW R12. So yeah, lots of new adventures to come. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to see what's new. Yeah, that's a fun time. Like I said, it's so quiet when you're just riding. It's very tame. Feels like there's not a whole lot going on. And then when you roll on that throttle in sport mode, there you go. All right, guys, if you're out there riding, please be safe, be kind to one another. My name is Eric. I'm that one guy, and I am out.